Let's see if it's gonna last. Hi, my name is Szanto. I'm the creator of Crescent Sun, and today I'm gonna be talking about a book. So I just read one chapter of the book. I have not finished the book, so be patient with me. But I did want to come on and talk about the book because I feel like the first chapter just impacted me so much, and I really reflected on what was said in the first chapter. So the book is Astrotherapy, Astrology, and the Realization of the Self by Gregory, Szanto. You know, I was thinking, like, how do I say this name? Like the surname, sorry, the surname. But I was like, you know, reading on it, and it kind of like made me reflect on my own journey as an astrologer, you know. So, you know, there's a difference between knowing something and understanding something, and I feel like with the progression with our understanding of astrology, like in the beginning we all come from this place of, I want to know. I just want to know what my sun is, I just want to know what my moon is, I just want to know, because why not, you know what I mean? And there's nothing wrong with that, because in the beginning that's what I would do. In the beginning I would use cafe astrology and Astrotherapy, which in my opinion are like good for beginners, you know, because with cafe astrology, like, I would put in my birth details, immediately the table pops up, and then the interpretation of each of the placements and aspects, and in my head I'm like, this is good, this is great. Astrotherapy, not so much. Like, it would like have the chart first, and then I would like pick the option to have the table. And because I didn't really, I'd look at that chart and I'm like, what is that? Like, what am I supposed to be doing with that? And I'm just like, I just want to know. I want to know what my moon is, my Mars is, my asteroids, you know. And I think that then I was just like seeing, you know, seeing what this was about. Not really wanting to understand, just see and be interested in it. Like, as like something to like put in the back of your mind for a bit, you know. Now, before I continue, I just want to shout out to Jessica Lanyadoo. She has this podcast called Ghost of a Podcast, and in her episode where she spoke about houses, which I listened to, she made a reference to like the astrology chart being like a pizza, you know, cut up with 12 different slices. So that's like where the spark with the first chapter was. Like, stay with me. So I was like thinking, you know, in the beginning I didn't really want to or felt the need to understand my upbringing, my experiences, where I'm coming from, you know what I mean? I just wanted to know. And then as I like took a pause from astrology for a bit, and then I came back and I started to like understand the houses, you know what I mean? And when I came back, it was like I already knew these things. Like, I didn't need really a refresher, you know? But I would just look at certain houses. Like, I look at the 12th house, I look at the 8th house. Like, there were specific houses that I would focus on, you know what I mean? Because I'd be like, there's this and there's that, you know? And then I remember I heard it from an astrologer, I forgot which one, sorry. But they were like, you know, in order to understand the placements and astrology really, you need to look at the chart. And I remember thinking, I was like, the chart? Like, what? Like, the whole entire chart? Like, that circle thing that I used to avoid. Now I need to like go back to it and be like, oh, this is this one. Like, it's not like I did not know the glyphs. It's not like I did not know what the planets look like, the signs look like. It's not that. It's just like, it just looked like a bunch of lines drawn within a circle. You know, that's literally what it looked like. A circle with lines in it. And I was just like, for a while, I was like bothered by that. Because I was just like, why do I need to understand this? Why? Like, what's the point? And then I realized, like, at the time I didn't realize what was happening, but I remember someone gave me a chart to look at, and they're like, can you please read this chart? And they gave me a table, and then I was like, what is this? I don't understand this. I don't realize, like, it's not clicking for me. I'm like, please just send me the chart. I can read from the chart. I don't read from the tables. And now I understand why, like, that shift had to happen, or why it happened. Because I moved from this place of knowing to this place of understanding. I did not just want to know about myself. I wanted to understand myself and each and every part of myself, which is what I feel astrology is about. And why this first chapter, I think it like hit so much, is because he was like stating how astrology and therapy is about like helping an individual see themselves as a whole and healing the psyche. And I don't know about you guys, I mean, we all have our own processes, but if I came from that place of knowing, then I don't really feel like I would have wanted to heal myself and see myself as whole, or my life as whole. I would have wanted to focus on the pieces and the slices of the pizza. I just would have been like, oh, the second house, money. I just want to know, like, you know what I mean? I just didn't want to like understand. And how can you heal yourself if you don't try to understand yourself? Like, I'm not saying now everybody who's been reading astrology from a table is wrong and the people who are reading the chart are right. I'm just saying, as an astrologer, I just realized how seeing the chart as a full circle, seeing all parts of yourself, really completes the reading, really completes an understanding of a person and their experience and their lives and where they want to go. Because how are you supposed to assist someone and serve someone and guide someone if you can't see them as a whole? Like, I can't see as a whole as a rectangle. I can't. But it's okay. What else? And I was like thinking, you know, when you like read not only your own chart but other people's charts, like, there's a lot of themes that are repeated. Like, no part in your chart is an island. Nothing is a standalone. It may look like it is, and you may be like, like, okay, except like if you have that lone planet, but it may have a connection somewhere. But I'm just saying that, like, everything has blended together. And, you know, sometimes when I think about it, life is messy. Like, life isn't that rectangle. It's not perfectly detailed with instructions on how to go about your life and how to move. It's the chart. It's all those squares and oppositions and sextiles and trines and T-squares and yards. It's all of that in one individual person, which I think makes life way more exciting. Because I was like reading, it was like, you know, people with the nice placements, apparently, like, they're a bit tricky to work with. So people who have like their planets in domicile or exalted signs, you know, they're tricky. And I'm not confirming or denying the statement, but what I am saying is that I feel like the placements that are hard and are undesired actually build your character, actually make you a better person if you learn how to work with it in a constructive manner. Disclaimer, if you learn to work with it in a constructive manner. Yeah. So basically, in summary, hopefully I made a bit of sense. I basically wanted to like just say my view on astrology and how this book has impacted me. I'm on chapter 2. But that, you know, astrology as this art or science, however you want to put it, it's about really understanding, encompassing, reflecting the human experience and how we can navigate it in our own unique ways. And it's not meant to be pretty. It's not meant to be all wrapped and boxed up. Again, I'm not hating on the table. Sometimes I like the table because, you know, sometimes there are those placements that are at like the cusp of a sign, like that 29 degrees 0 degree, and you're just like, it looks like you're at 29, but I just need to make sure that you are. So I love the table, you know, but I'm just saying that in order to like fully see and understand a person's experience, I feel like the chart is what makes a person whole. I hope you guys enjoyed my astrology talk, even though it feels like it was a bit all over the place. But yeah,